Hi everyone, Corey here from Tales from a Polk County Girl, and it's time for my weekly plan with me video. I've changed out my cover. You can see the duct tape behind it. I changed out my cover to this lovely beige, brown, and black check that I love. I love this cover. I regularly change into it. Okay, so I'm just going to flip open. Here's our current week. So I was on staycation this past week. Before we get to the plan with me, I said last week that I would go back over and show you guys how the week actually went, because I never did post stuff on Instagram except for maybe like the second day. So here was the big list, and I have gotten pretty much everything done. I'm checking off that I did write 100 words a day, because that meant 700 words written this week, and I've written well over 700 words this week, so that's a win. I did not take my car for an oil change, and I have gotten the quilt washed. Rearranged the office. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen the picture of my desk where I just kind of rearranged it, and that's what I'm going with right now. But we got everything we planned to do done this week, and I am so happy about that. This is how this week ended up looking. Let me bring this a little closer. I probably have Zoom, but I don't really know how to work it on this phone properly, so there you go. Still gotta load some stuff for my friend Tom in my husband's truck so he can take it tomorrow. And as for the weekend list, I actually split Saturday and Sunday for once, and I don't know how I feel about that yet. So the coming week, back to work tomorrow. I made my work list out the Thursday, actually, the 11th, because Friday was professional development day at my job, and I wasn't in my office, so plus I had a doctor's appointment in the afternoon, so I knew if I was going to remember to do anything when I got back to work, I needed to write it down before I left work for the day. So before we get to the personal list, let's go to the week. Now, my coworker did text me and say, hey, you had agreed to work for Jared in the afternoon on Wednesday because he's taken off. Did you know he's also going to take off early on Tuesday? And he probably hasn't asked you to cover his shift yet. So thank God she did that, because I was able to write that down on a Post-it, or else I would have forgotten, and then tried to plan to be in my office all day Tuesday and Wednesday, and just would have been irritated if I wasn't. Now, I haven't done my hours yet, and the washi tape I'm going to use is this nice navy and light blue stripe. It kind of sort of matches this, not really. This is just a roll of washi tape. I got one of those sets you can get from Joann's. Where's the end? There's the end. I can kind of get it. Maybe. Ha! There it is. Alright, so I'm just going to bend this in half for this right now. And now that I know how to splice videos, I can actually just go for as long as I wanted and just piece everything together and bore you guys to death. Okay. And then we'll flip it. Oh, the nice thing about Professional Development Day, one of the talks I was doing was on time management. Okay, Corey. And one of the ladies that works at the college with me came up to me afterwards and showed me her planner and said, I just wanted to let you know you're not weird. So I made a planner friend, which is awesome. And I'm going to introduce her. She also has a YouTube channel, and once I get all that information, because I should have taken one of her cards, and for some reason I didn't. It was a thing, but I will totally mention her next week. All right, so we've got the time blocked. And my voice is getting a little scratchy right now because I've been doing nothing but like talk all week. So I just realized I'm missing my yellow highlighter, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I also decided to get my water since my throat was being so scratchy. So I still can't really do a lot of exertion or full yoga because of my arm yet. I am back to being able to do most of my full stretch routine in the evenings. So I'm going to still work on doing meditation. If you had an eagle eye, you'll notice that meditation has not been crossed off once this past week. Because I was bad. And just didn't do it. But, you know, I was on vacation. Alright, so let us just put in the usual stuff. So I'm going to try to, I'm like over here. I don't know what that's going to do for shadows or lighting. So I apologize in advance if it just looks so weird. And I've learned not to try to write over when it has something. Okay, meditation. And for those of you that are wondering, this is my Silly Fox 0.3. Hope that focuses. 0.38 millimeter pen. My friend sent this to me. She got it from, I think, a Japanese stationery shop, or Muji pens. You can probably find this pen on jetpens.com, which is I almost wrote medication. I don't care if it looks a little sloppy because, you know, it's my planner. So, that's done. Now, I'm going to use my yellow highlighter to put in appointments and stuff. Like, I have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. I'm covering the reference desk. And according to my calendar, that's all I've got going this week. Looking behind me at my wall calendar, and that has been confirmed. So, covering the reference desk isn't too big of a deal. It just means I have to adjust what I was going to get done that day. So, I'm going to write this in red with my, come on, where is it? Papermate Flare pen. So, ref desk, 12 to 4. Griffin appointment, 9 a.m. Ref desk, 12 to 4. Now, if anybody's wondering, you know, how I like to cross things off in red, what I end up doing usually, if it's something written in red, because, like, say, reference desk is work, and the dark blue is my work color, once I'm done, I'll cross it off in blue. So that's how that works. So let's finish setting up the week. Of course, this is my Pilot G207 in the teal colorway. None of that has really changed. I have been better about reading, though. I did finish a book this week that I've been reading since February. It was called The End of the Romanovs. And I've always had this fascination with the last Tsar and his family. Like the whole, did Anastasia actually survive? And this book goes into it in terms of first-hand accounts of the people that were in the basement when the Tsar and his family were executed. And no, Anastasia did not survive. Okay, so now I've got my Uniball Signo. This is a 0.38 millimeter as well. You can see that. The knitting is also going very well. I've been knitting a lot on my Boneyard shawl. And if you follow me on my knitting podcast, Knitting All the Blankets, which will be linked down below, I will show off progress in it on my next knitting video, which might be soon, because not only have I made a lot of progress in that shawl, but I've had some stash acquisition, so I'm probably going to just taking the rest of my pens out of my pen case, so I don't have to wrestle with them. And it's getting big. And stash acquisition's always fun, even though I have plenty of yarn. Alright, so what I'm going to do with this orange felt tip pen is I usually write lib laps, which stands for library laps, to try to remind me to get up. Not necessarily once an hour, but maybe once every hour and a half. And get up and take a lap around my library. And I, of course, only write it Monday through Friday, because it wouldn't make sense for me to write it Saturday and Sunday, because I'm not at work. So that's the week basically set up. So let's go back to here. And I chose red because of, this washi tape, if some of you recognize it. It's the Avengers washi tape, and I got this at the Dollar Tree, so it was awesome. Alright, work color can go away. What other colors do I need? Alright. So, we're getting into peach season, so we need to check the peach tree daily. And the way I designate that is I just write MTWRFSU to make sure I've done it. Yes, I'll probably write it on the week as well, but this just, it's how I remember to do it. We got a lot of rain recently, so I will probably water the plants tomorrow. I need to do one more batch of break and bake so I can get caught up. I'm cutting it close again. I've got 1 week left. May Patreon story. I finally posted my April one. What else did I want to do? I should also probably look back at what I've assigned myself for April. Bob and Lace History chapter, which I can do. I actually have everything here. I'm just being lazy. 5 submissions. I actually looked at all that stuff when I transferred it over, and 4 of the 5 I have what I want to submit. I just need to like do the cover letter. So all right, let's go to purple. So I want to knit on Boneyard Shawl. The Boneyard Shawl is a Stephen West pattern. And I want to try to do this a little bit, at least 2 rows every day. And it's getting big, you guys. The shawl, it starts small and just gets huge, and I am up to, you start with 4 stitches if you know anything about knitting, and every other row you increase by 4 stitches, and I am up to, I believe my last count was 267 stitches. Whew. Sorry, I'm getting a little winded because of my voice. And it takes me probably 20 minutes to knit a row, and it's long. Also I want to do, that's pretty much, I'm a pretty monogamous knitter when it comes to stuff like that. So, oh, I was supposed to also work on the tester file this break. I didn't. The tester file write-up for my knitting pattern. Can't spell. It's almost done. I just need to fill in a few other things. Again, that's something when I'm at home, I don't like to be on the computer longer than I have to. Okay, and what does that leave me for green, for house stuff? Well, I mean, I've got my usual house stuff, you know, daily, you know, does the kitchen need to be cleaned? Is there laundry that needs to be put away? Stuff like that. Vacuum. Need to do a load of towels. My house is pretty tidy, so I don't have to do a lot. Yeah. Oh, blazer for... I should take my car to actually get its oil change. I'll probably do that this weekend. I need to call my mechanic to see if they'll do it, or if I need to just take it to Walmart. Clean off my damn desk, actually. Clean off desk. Again, if you guys saw my pictures on Instagram, you know my desk is a mess. Oh, and because I didn't check my computer before I left work, I left my flash drive in my work computer that has like our account ledger and everything on it. It doesn't have like banking information, but it's just the Excel spreadsheet where I like balance the checkbook and everything. So I haven't been able to like reconcile anything. Accounts versus Excel, and then Excel versus receipts. Yes, I double check everything because when I got my accounting degree, it was during the time, it was in the aftermath of Sarbanes-Oxley and all that fraud, and so I was taught to account for every penny. All right, so, and the work list will grow tomorrow. This is just what I knew was going to be waiting for me. And my coworker that texted me and said, hey, you know, you may be covering the reference desk Tuesday and Thursday. I asked her how many boxes of new books were waiting for me, because you guys know I'm the acquisitions librarian at my college. Pause for water. She said, oh, there's only one small box, so... And she sent me that text Thursday, which means on Friday, a huge order came in. So I'll probably have like 7 boxes of books waiting for me, which is fine because I live for that. All right, so let's get started on setting up Monday. Okay, so we already know that I'm going to be on the reference desk. I'm normally on the reference desk Monday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 in the morning until 11:30 in the morning. It's a 4-hour shift. I don't normally write that down because it's just a part of my day. It's standard. I wrote it down on Tuesday and Thursday because Tuesday and Thursday are normally the days I am in my office all day. So when it's a change in my desk shift, like if I wasn't going to be on the desk tomorrow, I would actually have done highlighter and written no desk shift. Just to make sure I know where I am. So I know I'm going to need to check OCLC, check email and deal, sort out. Oops, sort of out. I'm gonna keep it fairly simple tomorrow. What's some stuff? LC stats, because that's something I can do at the reference desk. And the BAS title list. And for those of you that have gone, Corey, you've said the BAS title list before. Yes, because this is a long list and a long project. So I'm keeping it short and sweet tomorrow because I don't know what's going to be waiting for me. I always, the day after I come back from vacation, it's always, just resettling. Which also means, oh, pause, I forgot something very important. Tuesdays, I always call my grandmother when I'm on my way home from work. So, call GJ. All right, so tomorrow, probably gonna do I'm gonna skip a couple lines. Kitchen. Check peaches, and yes, I do just use the little check mark. I have no idea what we're gonna do for dinner tomorrow. I really don't. Oh well. I know as soon as I shut this video off, I'm gonna think of a million more things I need to do tomorrow. But I try to take it slow because I know if I front load my week too much, I'll just get stressed out throughout the week. Oh, excuse me. And of course, there's no point saying knit or write, put boneyard shawl up here when I've already got knit down here. So, it is what it is, and, just the way I do things. So I will most likely add stuff to this either later tonight or tomorrow once I'm at work, but that's how it is. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week with next week's plan with me. Okay? Thanks very much. Bye.